Hello everyone, this is Debbie from Ink and Page, and I'm here today with a new project called the Gatekeeper's Key. And this project coordinates with this week's new kit, Frosted Forest. Essentially what we're going to be doing is making our secret entrance to the magical frosted forest with this here. This is number 181, and if you would like to get this, all you need to do is sign up in the link below. It's in the description, and then I'll email this to you, and I will also email you a new project every single Monday. Okay, so before we get started here, this is all printed on 60-pound cardstock, and all of my supplies are linked in the description below as well. If you want to ink, I inked with Wilted Violet. It is a lovely match. So any ink similar to this would work, you know, a similar purple to that would work. Okay, so let's take a quick look at our background papers. We have this kind of splotchy snowflake one, and a pale purple linen one, and then this kind of lighter watercolor one, which is good for anything that you might want to write on the back of. It's light enough that you could still you know, see handwriting on the back of this. Okay, so that's those. Okay, so the way this works is this is the inside piece, and this is going to be the outside piece. So you can choose which side you want to be on the outside. Just make sure that's the one that's facing outside, because we're going to sandwich these two guys together with this in the middle of it. Okay, so we're going to start with this front piece, and we're going to attach our flaps. We're going to attach our flaps to that first. Okay, so I taped on both sides of my flaps because I'm going to adhere them first to the front, and then we'll adhere the whole thing together. Okay, so let's take the tape off of here. And then I just want to go ahead and line this up. I'm going to just make it sure that it's even on the bottom before I put my tape down. There we go. And then we can just press that down like that. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, that tape off as well. All right, line these guys up, and then we can get our tape on. Oh, whoopsie, I removed the wrong side. Oh, we'll just have to work quick. Here we go. I should have paid closer attention. Okay, that's not a big deal. We'll just, I'll just have to remember that, just to be careful. Okay. Now mine's going to be sticky right there, but that's okay. Okay, so for this back piece, the reason why I glued it, I started by taping it like this, is this piece needs to go on here. I think I'm going to do mine like this. Just like this. But before we do that, I want to put a piece of ribbon in here because I have an idea for the closure. So what I did is I measured the ribbon out by wrapping it around this a couple of times, and then I just have this little bit left over. What we're going to do is tie the key to this and then tuck it in the front pocket, and that'll hold the whole thing together. But in order to do that, we need to first put this ribbon down on here. So let's see, I'm going to try to use tape to start with, because I don't want to have to use wet glue on this right now. Okay. there goes that. I picked up my tape by accident. I'll put that in there. Okay, and then I'll have that ready to go. And we'll put some additional tape onto there as well. That one tape just ran out, so we'll get a new one. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And then I'll also peel my tape off there. And that'll just give us some extra security. And also, I am going to, I'll take my glue. I think I'll take my tape off first. Okay, so we'll get our tape off, and then we'll just run some glue around the very edges. Just to make sure that everything stays together. And this should be nice and sturdy because it has like two sturdy cardstock center pieces. Okay, so I want to go just around the edge here with a little bit of glue, just to make sure that it's going to be sealed at the edges. Okay, so let's get this on here. Try to do that as centered as I possibly can. Get everything lined up. It's sometimes hard when you're not looking like straight down on it, but okay, there we go. And then we have our ribbon for our wraparound, which we'll attach it in a little bit. First, we're gonna do, we have a bunch of pockets to do, and I think I need a bone folder for this one to get it to lay flat. It's possible that your edges will like slightly, if everything's not cut exactly straight, it could possibly butt into the what do you call that, the spine or the fold right there. So I'm just going to trim mine off a little bit in the corner, because I think that's what's causing it not to go down. Okay, now let's do we're going to attach our pockets. Okay, so you have a pocket for inside here, and this lines up to match the actual graphic on here. So we're going to take the tape off of this. Whoops. Okay. Take the tape off of that. And then that. Okay. And then we'll just get this on here, and we'll get this as lined up as we can. I got the little plants right there. And there we go. Looks pretty good. Okay, I just wanted to give that a quick double check. Put that on there. Okay, and then we're going to flip it over. We're going to do the same thing on the back here with this one. And this is a 2-layer pocket, so there's like going to be like a little tuck spot on the front of this one. Which, you know, that's, again, that could be an optional thing too, if you want to put that on there or not. Okay, there we go. And we'll just get these little pine cones on here. just like so. Okay. All right, and then we'll use some glue for this one, and we'll just put that right on the front there. And here we go with that. I said if you don't want to cover up the pine cones, you don't have to put this one on. I just thought it'd be nice to have a little front tuck spot for some of the smaller pieces of ephemera. Because you can never have too many tuck spots. This would also fit over this, the pocket in the center is the same side. So you could swap the pocket. I mean, you could, I'm sorry, you could put this on that pocket instead if you wanted to have the tuck spot on the inside instead. Okay, I'm just gonna lay this right on top of here, just like so. I'm gonna run the tweezers over there. Make sure it's pressed down. Okay, perfect. All right. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do the these little two front pockets okay, this is like the pocket, one of these pockets will hold the key, so and it's not going to matter which, it doesn't matter which pocket holds the key. It's entirely, you know, it's kind of going to be how the like long your string is, and you know, I'll show you that part when we get to it though. But let's go ahead and do the same thing with these two pockets and get them on there. I made them like invisible so that if you didn't want to put stuff in both pockets, you didn't have to. You can't really see them if there's nothing in them, as long as you don't ink the top edges. Okay. All right, so just line this one up. Make sure that's like that. There we go. All right. All right, now this one on this side, all right. Okay, oops, got a little bit of glue in there. All right, so let's take a quick, this one. Just make sure we get that straight. Okay. Just make sure it looks good. Okay. Put that down. All right, so that takes care of that one. Okay, now we have these pockets here. For here and for inside on these panels here as well. So we have to kind of decide. You can pick, mix, match, however you want to do that. However you want to do your pockets. Let's see how those look. Do I like this with this? You can always flip them over too if you don't like the flower side. I think I might go with flowers on the inside. And this patterned one's on the outside. Okay. Put those on. There's like a lot of little pockets to attach for this one. And then we have a little envelope to make after this. And then we'll be in business. After last week's like mega project, it's nice to have a simple one this week. Okay, so this is gonna go on here. just about right there. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. There we go. That one here. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to flip it and we'll do the other side. Hopefully those won't slide around. I think I'm going to go here and here and here and here, just like this. For in here. These go on pretty quick. Oh, I changed my background this week. I don't know if you guys noticed, but let me know what you think. The other background had too much gray in it, and I think it was like, I think it was messing with my lighting, because sometimes things would look very washed out. So I'm trying a darker background. So hopefully it's better. If it's not, though, let me know. I'm always looking for a new and different background because it affects how the colors on the ephemera looks. And I don't want them to look too washed out. Of course, I'm back on the purple train this week. I just can't stay off of it, but I promise next week I won't be. Because I already have that worked out, so we'll probably still be in winter though. Okay, so let's do this one. I know when Tim Holtz does his demos, he does his demos on a dark surface, so hopefully I'll have the same success with this. All right, we'll do this guy. And then we'll almost be done with assembly. And then there's a bunch of ephemera because I always get panicked at the end and make extra because I'm worried there's not going to be enough, which is not usually a worry I should have to have. Okay. All right, so now we got all of our pockets on here, like yay. Let's take a quick break from this while these all hopefully dry. And we're just going to do a little assembly on this envelope, which just goes together like this. And it's another gate on there. So let's, we're just going to go ahead and use glue for this. Oops, that came out in a big glob. Okay. This one's nice and easy. This could probably use a little ink on the bottom here. Oops. I'm probably going to have to clip this one. See if my clips are over here. These ones tend to need something to like, oops, hold them together a little bit, especially with the cardstock to hold them down. Oops, am I a little crooked there? Okay, I'll trim that off. Okay, we'll hold that down. I'll let that dry there like that. Okay, what did I do? Okay, so before we get into all the ephemera, let's talk really quickly about the key. All right, so this is the key. What you need to do is punch a hole right in here. I punched a small hole and then made it slightly bigger with this needle because I didn't want my hole to be huge. But just depending, I use really thin ribbon. So it kind of depends on the ribbon that you use, like how big you want to make your hole. And, you know, there's like, you could put a hole through here, this hole here too, or through here. That's up to you. I did find it easier since I decided to make such a small hole, if I used a needle just to pull it right through the key. Like so. And then we can tie the key on here. I'm going to tie it loosely at first because we're going to figure out exactly what the placement we want for it to be on here, like this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to just wrap it around here like this. And then in order to get it in, you want to have it in the pocket so it's tight enough. So we can just adjust it on the fly here. And then, so you could have it go in this pocket or in this pocket, just kind of depending on which way you glued your ribbon, how long you made your ribbon, that sort of thing. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to tie this off here so I know how long my ribbon needs to be, and then I can just tie a knot in it with the key. Here, I want it to be at the top. There we go. And then you can just trim your ribbon to the, you know, length you want this to be. Let's see how that goes. And that goes in there. Okay, so you want it to be a little bit on the tight side. I mean, we are going to put ephemera in this, so that's another consideration for your key. But like, that's just it to start with. So now what we're going to do is take a look at some of the ephemera. Oh, I forgot we have one more thing to assemble. Okay, so I made these little folder type tags. So you can use these in two different ways. If you want, you can glue them together at the top and the bottom and use them as little mini pockets. You can glue them together completely, just together shut, and just have them be a tag like this. But there's also these little lined tags for journaling to go in here. So we're going to go ahead and glue those in. So if you want to use those for journaling, these can also be used just as separate tags, not as part of this. So it kind of depends on what you want to do with it. You know, when I was designing it, this is what I was thinking how it would be used. So just putting it on the inside the tag and having it be like a little hidden journal spot. And you could even tie these shut with a ribbon too if you wanted. But then this gives you, like, you know, a little extra writing space that's not necessarily, you know, out in the open. And then these can just tuck right in here like this. Okay, let's do this one. This one's a snowflake. And we'll put this right on the back here. Put that in here. Now you have a nice little cute little journaling spot. There we go. And we got that one there. Okay, I also included a bunch of different things. Like, if you don't want to use the key, you could punch a hole in this little pine branch. There's also these little wands. They're less sturdy, so they might not work as well as the key, but it really is up to you, like, what you want to put where and what you want to use in your tuck spots. I might need a pair of tweezers for this. You know, just depending on what you want. There's two different wands. Just depending, you know, if you want to do that or not. Oh, and there's one nice, there's this nice big key tag to kind of go right here in the main part. And I did do a couple of little quotes about, you know, the like the secret garden or the secret forest behind the, you might have to do this to your little pockets, behind the gate type of thing. I love these. I love anything enchanted, forests, magic, you name it, I'm there. So, yeah, there's these cute little quotes to go with the folio. And they can go inside or outside, kind of however you want them to go. Okay, so there's a bunch of words, too, to go with this as well, because I love the words. And I tried to do some that were associated with the actual theme of the project, as well as some more generic ones, because I realized like you may not want to use this as like an enchanted forest themed project. You might want to use it for as part of a winter journal or something else, so you don't have to do that. It's flexible. You can kind of manipulate the theme however you want it. You know, I'm going to trim this pocket off here because I glued it crooked. But hopefully no one will be any of the wiser now that I cut that off. One thing I did think would be good for the back of this is, let's see, any one of these would actually work. I wonder if we could use this one here. We might want to use the smaller one. But if you glue this on here like this, you can use the moth to tuck the butterfly behind. So we're just going to glue it on like part way. Where's that? And then you can use the moth's antenna to hold your pocket. I need a little bit more glue here. Hold your pocket shut. I'm gonna probably have to, I don't know if I'm gonna have to clip it or not, so they don't have to hold it. But once it's glued down, it should, once the glue catches, it should hold this down, and then, oops, I'm a little crazy with the glue tonight. It's really coming out. And then you can flip your, I'm not going to do it right now because the glue's not set yet, but you can flip this in and out, and then just use the antenna will actually hold it closed for you. And you can put your ephemera or whatever you want inside this little pocket. And that goes right in there, just like that. And then you have your options with the rest of it on how you want to put it in here. I wonder if that should go on the outside. Okay, okay. All right, a snowflake over here, a candle. You could, okay, so also there's a set of ATCs that I did. I'm just in love with these moons. So there's a bunch of those for you to do as you will with those. Oops, there's some more. Another moon. I have this longer, I think it goes this way. No, it goes this way. The longer journaling card, and that will allow you to put, you know, arrange this so there's all different heights, because that, you know, adds to the attractiveness. We have our cute little fox here. Go in here with our key. And then these longer tags also can go in these. They fit into these slots. That's what they're for. Oh, that's my bigger one. Okay, this one over here. I may need to use my tweezers on this pocket just to get the, make sure the glue didn't get a little out of hand in there. Okay, there's that. I'm going to do the same thing on this side because it feels like it isn't square down there. There we go. There we go. And let's see. Okay, and then there's just some other small bits and pieces of ephemera, and you can kind of pick and choose how you want to use those or where you want to use them. I think I might put this behind because I really like the key. Actually, maybe I'm going to put my little snowflake journaling card in here and put my books over here. My dog is snoring again. Okay, hopefully you can't hear that. Okay, there's that. Let's see, what else do we want to do? I want to see if I want to put some words on here. Like this winter's heart one in here as well. Okay, let's put that down there. I love how this is like a little bit glittery. It makes it look extra magical. All right. We've got a lantern as well. Let's see, what else do we want to put in here? Got our book. Snowflakes, labels. So hopefully you can have a good time playing with all the little bits and pieces that are in here to make your folio special. Like, no, of course I put way too much in there probably. All right, let's see if I can close it. I put this in this side. Bring this around here. Oh, that's perfect. And then you just want to put your key right in here. And then I'm going to trim my ribbon off. Let's see, and we can probably call this one. Actually, I will call it done, but I do want to put I want to put some words on the front of this as well, just because there's a few. Like this one says turn the key. There we go. See how that goes. Okay. Now I can trim my ribbon as well. And if I had thought of it, you could even hang another little, if you wanted to, hang another little charm off of that. That would look really pretty, especially if you had something like a little bit sparkly, or maybe a little metal key as well. Would look really, really cute on there. All right, so this is the Gatekeeper's key, and it is free ephemera project number 181, and I hope you guys enjoyed making this one. If you want to get it, like I said before, link is in the description below. Just sign up and I'll send it right on over to you. I hope you guys have a lovely week, and I will see you all next week.